Well, Atlanta star Trae Young speaks out on officiating changes. I thank the NBA for introducing this new, rule change. I mean, it was just about time because actually I really got bored of this. But this is an article right here. Atlanta star Trae Young speaks on officiating changes. Young was quoted as saying, "There are certain things that I agree with the rule changes, but then there are things that are still fouls." Ha! Living in a state of denial. These are guy together with James Harden who are just prone to foul baiting people to, or get those, free throws. But right now the league, was very stringent. They removed that foul baiting thing. So they're really struggling. The numbers are down. They're not getting to the line as usual. And they're feeling the effects of it. And I'm actually very happy because I actually wasn't a fan of, the game slowing down and, them just taking those free throws, delaying the game. I mean, the game just stretches out to 2 hours. I was tired of that. So I'm happy that, but basketball is now basketball. if I may say that. So Trae Young paused in the middle of his post-game comments, perhaps wondering if he was going too far or sensing that he already had. So I don't want to get fined too much, but it's frustrating, the Atlanta star said. There's no telling how the league will receive Young's latest words. This wasn't some unhinged run, but he suddenly had plenty to say about the officiating after the Hawks lost 122-111 to Washington on Thursday night. Young was one of 5 players who received a technical foul during the game, and another one was given out for delay of game. So there's a lot of missed calls, he said. It's basketball, it feels like they are learning and they are just, I don't know, it's frustrating. For him, he's just expressing his frustrations because he's not getting to the line as usual. Young went into more detail moments later. There's a new crackdown this season on non-basketball moves designed to draw contact. Officials aren't supposed to call defensive fouls when that happens, and Young and James Harden are often mentioned as players who could be significantly affected. Yes, they're being significantly affected because they're not going to the line as usual because they're not used to getting their calls. These are guys who, average a lot of free throws, like 8.7, but they're not. They're averaging like 4.4 free throws a game, which the stats have taken a very huge hit. I mean, Young in particular averaged 8.7 free throws attempts a game last season. He's averaging 4.4 free throw attempts this season, and only after taking only 3 on Thursday. I saw James Harden say it's about him, but it's not targeting just one player or 2 players, Young said. So Young mentioned Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, a couple of other star scores off to relatively low starts. So you can see that rule change has, streamlined the league. So some of the non-basketball moves that, these star players, use to draw fouls so that they can be able to average 25, 28 or 30 points are no longer there anymore. So they have to work for those points like all the other guys. You can watch basketball. Damian Lillard never averaged 17 points probably since his rookie year, Young said. There are a couple of guys, Books averaging 18. There's a lot of things that when guys are driving straight and guys are getting knocked and guys are getting knocked out of balance, it's still a foul, whether you're using the lower body or your hands. So you see, the league is not gonna call that anymore. So I'm sorry, Trae Young. I'm sorry, James Harden, but you have to look for your shots the right way, the way Michael Jordan did. If I may say that, Young said he isn't completely against the changes, but he wants certain contacts to be whistled. Yeah, bro. I mean, you're living in a state of denial. If that's where if you drawing fouls and making non-basketball moves, qualified as sending you to the line, bro. Forget about it. Play basketball the right way. Play basketball the way the rules have stipulated it. Veering back and jumping into guys, that's different, he said. There are certain things that I agree with the rule changes, but there are things that are still fouls. And guys are going to get hurt, especially a smaller guy like me who's going up against bigger and stronger defenders. They're using their body and they're using their legs and their hands to stop me. So yeah, figure out a way to, score the basket. Score the basketball. Don't come here and start complaining and start saying that, oh no, we're not getting those shots. Keep quiet, bro. Keep quiet, study the game, go back to the drawing board, find new ways of making your points, averaging 25 a game. Stop looking at the league and stop depending on the whim of the referee to call the foul or not, bro. Play the game, stop whining, and get training and see yourself playing basketball without that rule being present. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. I'm actually pretty excited to see this new season. It started off slow, especially for me as a Lakers fan. Bro, we're not even yet. We still have a losing record, but we blew a 26-point lead to Oklahoma yesterday, so that's that. But I'm just waiting to see. This is just the first week. Just waiting to see the second week, the third week, how things are gonna unfold. So, I mean, Trae Young, you have to find new ways to score the basketball. Yeah, man. And I'm out. Peace.